Whether it's a thrift store find or a family heirloom, antique and vintage finds feel special. They tell a story and are often better made than anything new on the market. So today, let's talk about why it's important to surround ourselves with beautiful old things, and why they can even bring us more joy than beautiful new things. I'm Audrey, and I help busy people slow down and recognize the beautiful things in life so they can actually enjoy them. It's important to surround ourselves with beautiful old things because they give us a connection to the past. And I'm not talking about super expensive things. I'm talking about things that have sort of a story to them, whether it's a story from someone that you don't even know or something that means a lot to you that may not have a high dollar value. These stories could connect us to our childhood. They could connect us to certain memories, maybe even people that we've lost. And having these things around us, even if they're few and far between, feel really comforting. You might not even know what your style is or what you might like. And to that, I say, just have fun exploring. Some place that I always love to go to figure out what kind of style I like, or just to find some sort of inspiration is TV. Most recently, I've been watching Boardwalk Empire, which is set in 1920s Atlantic City, and the fashion is absolutely beautiful. Like, I love how beautiful everything is. Everything looks pristine, super intricate, Art Deco. There are some clean lines in that, and like the architecture and in the rooms, but there's also a lot of curvature within a lot of the furniture, a lot of florals, a lot of like lace curtains and things like that. And it really makes me think about how functional a lot of furniture used to be, and how the rooms used to be smaller, and how people used to move around their spaces and use different objects, like, you know, like when they're going to the bar or something like that, and using glasses. And so that for me is a huge inspiration. If I were to go to like a Goodwill or something like that and come across some nice glasses that remind me of the time period, like the 1920s, it would remind me of that show. And that show could spark an interest in me trying to find some glasses, like some cool barware. Another place you can go for inspiration is your city. I live near Los Angeles, and I also live near a place called Long Beach, California. And there is so much history in these cities. Like, Long Beach has a lot of craftsman style homes, a lot of beachy type of architecture, a lot of Spanish architecture. And LA has a lot of old Hollywood Art Deco buildings. There's such a wide variety of buildings in Los Angeles because a huge city with so much history to it. So I can find a lot of inspiration there. And just seeing the outside of these buildings, noticing, you know, maybe angles in buildings. If I'm able to like go into, say, like a hotel or a restaurant, then noticing how that space is decorated will give me some ideas on what I could go out and possibly like find, like treasure hunt for. You can just go out to like antique malls, thrift stores, flea markets, any place where you feel you might find some sort of like buried treasure. Even if you're walking down the street and see an antique mall, you can take maybe 10 minutes to go in and look around. And I'll bet you'll find something that, even if it's from your own like childhood or like your teen years, is going to bring a smile to your face or make you think like, oh my gosh, I remember this. Like, I saw a CD player at an antique mall one time. It was one of those five CD changer CD players. And I was like, oh my gosh, this was like peak technology when I was in high school. So it's just a fun experience, and like it brings on a sense of nostalgia to go digging for these things. There are several categories that you are going to want to think about when you go digging if you want to plan ahead. I really love seeing old art pieces, old drawings, even if they don't end up being worth a lot. Like the fact that somebody took the time to create art, especially if it's like something hand drawn or hand painted with a lot of detail, like those things are so valuable to me. I personally am lucky enough to have some family heirlooms. I have this amazing painting that I've talked about on this channel before. It's my Girl with the Umbrella painting, and it was from a Vietnamese artist. And my dad bought it in 1979, I believe. And it's absolutely beautiful. I also have a painting that my tia Nana painted. She painted all the time, oil paintings. And I got to inherit this beautiful sort of vase with Morning Glories painting when she passed away. So that is very special to me. Not only is it beautiful, but it reminds me of her and her immense talent. It could be seen as a simple painting, but it means so much more because of who it comes from. And then, of course, surrounding yourself with old furniture is absolutely amazing. I have a credenza that lives underneath my TV. It has tons of storage. I got it at an antique mall, and it is honestly like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. According to design rules, it's supposed to be too small for my TV. My TV isn't going to get any smaller, and I'm not getting rid of that credenza, so together they stay. And I just really like it. I really love the dark wood. I love the intricate detail of, the carving in the wood. And I mean, that thing is so well made. I just don't know if I could hurt it if I tried. Another category that I like to talk about when surrounding ourselves with old, beautiful things is jewelry. Now, I don't mean jewelry that real gold. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. I actually have a bracelet from my mom. It's silver, and it has the national bird of Guatemala, which is the quetzal. And it is so pretty. I don't know how much that bracelet is worth, but it is worth everything to me. Now, if nothing like that has been passed down to you, I sometimes will like looking on eBay for certain rings and things like that. Buy at your own risk, do your own research on the sellers, but I've been able to buy some really nice pieces on eBay for a fraction of the cost. Like the ring I have is a signet ring, and it has some floral detail to it. It has a little M engraved in it, which doesn't have any meaning for me, but I really love that piece, and I think about who wore this before me. What was their story? And it's such a tiny ring. It fits on my pinky. So yeah, there's always a little bit of mystery, I feel like, when I put that on. So you can pick any of the things that I mentioned, make a list, and just go out and explore. Really, everything. Even if something is new, the story could start with us, with this object. But if you think about the objects that you have around you, if you think about the memories that you can make with them, or the memories that you have made with them, that is what makes these things valuable. And I'm not saying to go out and buy a bunch of things and necessarily become a maximalist, but every object that we have has a story from before. And when it comes into our possession, we become part of its story, and it becomes part of our story. And it's such a lovely idea to me. It's a beautiful thing. I always love when people have this sort of idea or like this philosophy that we are stewards of the objects that we have. We are stewards of the homes we live in. And we are there to take care of them and then pass them on to whoever is next. And there are a few objects in my house that are really special to me. I made a whole video on them, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and click that video on your screen right now. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll be back next time with more beautiful things.